Hello everyone, it's Gamer, and I have quite a few games in my list here for upcoming games, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to go over a whole bunch in my tabs here. But first comment though, PC gaming is in a really, I've never seen, this is just the PC game scenes with Steam and all the indie games, and I've never seen, it's just amazing. Really, I don't think PC gaming has ever been as strong as it is now, and I'm excited. I think it's really cool. I think the PC is a fantastic game platform. And the world would be really a lesser place without an open platform like this where we can game. And so, and that's what my channel's all about, right? I don't have any console games. So anyway, let's go over some of my lists. What I do when I'm web surf is I add upcoming games that are of interest. At least some might be of interest. Then I add it to a upcoming games folder. And so let's go over here. This Survarium. Ugh. It's not Survivarium, it's Survarium. And it's sort of, I've watched a little gameplay video and I've tracked it a few months ago. It's sort of like a little bit Call of Duty, but it's more like it meets Stalker gameplay with a fistful of frags. It's an MMO though. I'll try to go over these games. There's quite a few, so I'll go over more quickly. But you might want to check it out. Survarium.com and the English page. And here's the About cooperative. Not everything, you can play it right now, but not everything's available. Just the PvP. And I think I don't know if you capture flags. I watched some gameplay. It looked like some kind of capture the flag, but it wasn't a flag. It was some kind of computer they were hauling back and forth. Apparently free. I don't know if it's pay to win. Hopefully not. So that's Survarium. And this is a game, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I can't read any of the page. I just added it. It's a Russian game. Let's see. NOVYSOYUZ.RU/game. And if you can maybe put it through translator. I don't know if it's what kind of game it is. There's a video here. You might want to check out the video. It's Russian. I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. Cyrillic page here. They don't even seem to have an English page. What do they have here? Best Way. Okay, yeah, Best Way. It's a publisher. Here's another game. Richard Nixon's After Reset. It's an old school sci-fi post-apocalyptic role-playing game inspired by video games such as Fallout 1 and 2, Baldur's Gate, and Planetscape Torment. So you might want to check this out if you like the RPGs, old school RPGs. It's not exactly my genre. I'm not a story person too much, and a lot of these games have heavy story. But it could be interesting. Certainly it looks like a hardcore game. That's afterreset.com. Next game, Mad Max, by the developers that did gosh, can I remember the name of the game? Anyway, madmaxgame.com by Avalanche Studios. They did what's that? Not Far Cry. Anyway, Be Mad Max. Let's see, Gamers Become Mad Max. It's been in development, I think, since 2010 or 11, something like that. Release date supposedly this year. Be Mad Max Immersive Primal Wasteland. Trash is treasure. Every scrap is important. Can be utilized to upgrade and enhance weapons, equipment, weapons, vehicles. Gamers raid enemy encampments to gain access to valuable resources. Survive open world landscape. Players clash with deadly factions, gangs through the scores of dangerous side missions and quests. Dynamic open world full of exploration. Intense vehicular combat. Engage dynamic inter-vehicle combat. So it's going to have maybe multiplayer, I guess. I don't know. I guess Xbox One, PS4, PS3, X360, and PC. So it's a cross-platform game. Just keep that in mind. But their previous game was, I just can't remember. Here's the website. The Mad Max website. It just locks at 78%. I don't know if that's a joke or if they're just saying the game's not done or if the page isn't working or what. But there the pages. No matter what I do, it does that. It stops at 78%. Okay, next game. Kenshi. It's been in open-ended squad-based strategy RPG. It's been known about for quite some time, at least a couple of years. You can play it now. It's early access. Here's the Amazon. Free-roaming squad-based RPG focusing on open-ended sandbox gameplay features rather than a linear story. Not quite. That might be English. Be a trader, a thief, a rebel, mercenary, business owner, blah blah blah. Absolutely no level scaling. World does not level up with you. Shops don't change their inventory only to match your level. At the start of the game, everyone will be strong. Almost everyone will be stronger than you, and survival will always be a struggle. Okay, this is what I liked here. You are not the chosen one. You are not great and powerful. You don't have more hit points than anyone else. You are not the center of the universe, unlike a game like Skyrim, where you're the center of the universe. And you are not special unless you work for it. A lot of the games are narcissistic, Skyrim being a good example, but many games are narcissistic, where they put you at the center of everything. Okay, and there's some user review. Know what you're getting into here. It's early access. I have one person developing this game. So anyway, there it is. Next game, Deus Ex Universe by Eidos Montreal. Same people that did Deus Ex Hitman Revolution. I did some exercise like 20 minutes ago. Hopefully, I'm just speaking. That's why I'm out of breath. Let's see. So there it is. Deus Ex Universe coming. It's been in development, I guess, since the last one finished, hopefully. And here's a PC Gamer page on best PC games of 2014. They have all kinds of upcoming games. Here's their screenshot of Mad Max, to be determined. Mirror's Edge 2. These are not games that are added to my list. Grand Theft Auto, yes, that was in my previous video or two. I had 2 videos ago. They cover Watchdog, Tom Clancy's Division. We'll cover that. It's coming up here. Okay, next game, Fortnight. It's kind of an actiony, cartoony game. And typically, I really don't go for these kinds of games, including Team Fortress 2. I kind of liked it, Team Fortress 2. I didn't play it a whole lot, even though I'm an old school Quake 1 fan, and so this is kind of my old school genre that I liked a lot. And so Epic is making this game. I'm hoping it's going to have a something that hopefully will be like Unreal Tournament 3. I think people will mod that in there. So look at my channel. I have a lot of UT3 videos. So this is their next game. It's sort of the combination of like crafting and base building and Team Fortress 2, and so we'll see. It's got MMO elements. I think it's free to play. Okay, next game, Flying Squirrel Entertainment. This small developer here making a American Civil War game with battles up to 500 players. Here you can check it out at fsegames.eu. So it's a European, apparently. Even they're making American Civil War. I'm not an American Civil War fanatic, really, genuinely not. I'm not into the Civil War, but it could be cool. I'm more interested. Haven't been following it, but it's in my list. World of Warships by the same people that did World of Tanks, I think. Free-to-play action MMO. So there it is. Features huge naval fleet, single strategic gameplay, tactical diversity, multiple locations, part of the wargaming.net universe. There it is. World of Warships. InSomnia, an RPG set in a brutal Dieselpunk universe. This is their Kickstarter page. And they have, as of now, 4 days to go. They've got $79,000 of $70,000 reached. It's being made in Brooklyn, New York by Studio Mono. It's their logo. Atmospheric single-player co-op RPG set in a living Dieselpunk sandbox with real-time tactical gameplay. They have a demo or something. They have a tech demo you can download. The game colossal spaceship character awakens from cryogenic sleep, unknowingly holding humanity's last best hope in his bare hands. InSomnia, a Dieselpunk RPG that transports you into a futuristic space station on a 400-year journey in search of a new home. Okay, PC, Mac, Linux, Q4 2015. 15. Okay, so there it is. InSomnia. Next one, Dead Linger. Another zombie survival game. Let's see if I have any features. Explore a planet-sized world full of the restless dead. You can buy it on early access today. Slay the undead hordes with whatever you want. Interact and explore with every item, weapon, object, building that you see. Survive the apocalypse your way. True multiplayer survival horror. Once purchased, all future patches, all future updates are free, not patches. Yes, this is the zombie survival you and your friends have been waiting for. Low price during alpha. And I think current version build 14 Eye Candy Saga. Let's see. Reasons to pre-order. Here we go. So stage 1, stage 2. This is what they're at stage 1 alpha here. It's $20 right now. US dollars. I don't know what it is in euros. Dead Linger. Oh, this is their Steam page. Okay, Dead Linger. Here's a screenshot. Hammer. And if you go down here, one thing I do with these early access games, I just scroll down to user reviews, and it's all thumbs up from all the people recommended. So certainly has my interest. I haven't played it. I don't think I've even looked at gameplay video. I did. I think I'm losing track if I've watched much of that. Tropico 5. Here, it's already out. I haven't even played it yet. It's on my list. Tropico 5. I love it. I love the Tropico series. I don't know. It needs something new, but I like playing it. Okay, Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is a upcoming RPG. Very successful Kickstarter. They reached 1.1 million euros out of 300,000 goal, 35,000 backers. Very popular Kickstarter here. Realistic single-player RPG set in a medieval Europe open-world sandbox with period-accurate melee combat, dungeons with no dragons. So there's no magic in this game. Single-player RPG, though. And it's going to have... first-person open-world realistic RPG that will take you to medieval Europe at a time in upheaval and strife. Okay. I don't want to read the story too much. The story, I don't know. Features, here we are. Non-linear story lets you choose between being a villain or savior. Every quest can be solved multiple ways. Revolutionary combat system. Improve your character. Large realistic medieval-themed open-world landscape covering 3.5 square miles and 30 hours of gameplay. That's not too huge, but they're small. Give them time. Maybe they'll get this first game out. Maybe the second or third game, they'll really get their stride or something. That's not tiny. 30 hours of gameplay. In the first act out of 3. Oh, okay. So the first act is 30 hours with 3. Okay, that's fine. Lead the charge in enormous open field battles and sieges. You are no superhero. If you're going to take on an army of enemies, you better find your own to back you up. Alright. You have horses, dynamic world. Every inhabitant plays a role in their communities. As night follows day, you can watch people work, help them when needed. Who knows if this is all going to really happen. So they achieved quite a few of their stretch goals. Here are all their stretch goals and stuff. Different kind of RPG. You watch their video on their Kickstarter or go to their website. It's pretty cool. They did a good presentation. I don't know if that's a screenshot. Look at all the wardrobes and stuff. That's how people really dress. That's more realistic with all the... It's just, to me, it looks funky. There's clothes now. But that's how people dress. Okay, next game. Enderal, the Shards of Order. It's a Skyrim total conversion mod in development by the same team that did Nehrim. Fate's Edge by Sure AI. So it's a community-driven total conversion for Skyrim. It takes place in its own universe, creating a new and interesting world completely unrelated to Skyrim with a complex, dark storyline, thousands of secrets to discover. So here, Jan 24th was their last update. But they are working on it. They've put out a big mod before, so we know that they're working on it and that they're capable. Okay, next game. The Memory of Eldurîm. being made in Logan, Utah by Liminal Games. And they have a free demo. This is their Kickstarter page. Let's see. It's a action-oriented open-world RPG. Battle, collect loot, explore the vast original fantasy world. Reasons to believe. Crytek, using the CryEngine. And they were one of the only the indie game studios to receive a Crytek license. I thought you could do the CryEngine 3 for free, so maybe that happened after their... what was the date? December 8, 2000. I think, yeah, that was earlier this year. They made it free for everyone to use with CryEngine. Let's see. Frequent free updates. Community of creators. Anyway, so... Here's fast-paced strategic combat, evolving magic system, dynamic fighting. You can read this if you want. Story that will linger with you. Everyone in this world has lost something, and they don't even know they have until the last of the free kingdoms is falling, and its lord, Titan Taldarin, has a dream. Okay, here we are. This is an open world, made with CryEngine. Non-discrete levels. Paths of progression are viable. All paths of progression. Your approach matters. Frequent free updates. Unique dynamic fantasy world. Co-op. Okay, co-op through your land. Crafting. Gather resources. Create powerful weapons and armor. Replayability. Randomized loot and a massive world full of things to do will keep you wanting to play again and again. So they have a video on here. Factions. Advanced combat. Merchants. Crafting. There it is. That's Memory of Eldurîm. Scroll back up to the top so you can see by Liminal Games. Let's get my tabs situated here. Here we are. Next, okay, this is their Steam page, Memory of Eldurîm on Steam. Early access. You can play it now for $20. And the last time they had a patch was February 26th. And scrolling down here, looks like all recommended by every person. 105 out of 110 people found this. Some nice ideas. Feels like a group of friends to throw together canvas. Okay, blah blah blah. Next game. Lords of the Fallen. Alright, Lords of the Fallen. Did I... Let's see. Here's a 7-minute this one is... Lords of the Fallen is like a Dark Souls-ish kind of game. And I don't know if it's going to really be better. Probably not, is my guess. Medieval fantasy world, combat system with many complex skills. It's on the consoles, and the combat to me looks a little too actiony, too button mashy. I don't know. I'm sure it isn't. I'm sure there's... I don't know. It looks a little console-y for me. But I'm certainly going to watch it. I don't know, get the at least $5 sale. Here's the developer gameplay on IGM. Okay, next game. Runemaster by Paradox. They're the ones that make Crusader Kings, Europa Universalis, Victoria, and Hearts of Iron. They're stepping out of their usual strategy. I think Paradox is really exclusively a PC developer. And it's an RPG. I think it's single player. Let's see, here's the one screenshot. I'm trying to find a feature list. Anyway, Runemaster is still under wraps, and it seems like Paradox have a few things they're ironing out themselves. I think it's a dynamically or randomly generated world every time. So it's not like Skyrim or even Divinity Original Sins doesn't have that. I'm trying to find... Maybe I haven't... Yeah, here's another Runemaster page. Set to arrive on PC quarter 4 2014. Focuses around the player choosing to trigger Ragnarok, aka end of the world, to prevent this from taking place, which means you choose either the trickster Loki or thunder god Thor. Procedurally generated content, which means locales are varied and range from mountains to plains, with urban centers, mines, farms, etc. located. Okay, so it's it's Paradox. They're a well-established developer. This is going to happen, even if it's delayed. We'll see if it's any good. Next game, Hardcore Driving Sim. It's already on early access. Steam, Assetto Corsa. Yeah, Assetto Corsa. It's probably Italian or some Italian word. Next generation driving simulator for Windows PC. It's exclusive PC. This is a hardcore driving racing simulator. If you into that on PC, I think this is a must-buy. The last update came today or yesterday. Early access 0.21 released. Last one was about a month ago. Before this, and if you go down here, recommended. So that I will certainly be getting. It's right now. It's $40. Darkest Dungeon by Red Hook Studios, and this was on Kickstarter. Was successfully funded March 14th. And here's a challenging roguelike RPG about the psychological stresses of adventuring. Descend at your peril. Now this doesn't look like a roguelike to me, but roguelike is being thrown around a lot, that term, but roguelike is just text to me, but I guess it's like Diablo is descended from roguelike. The whole loot system and everything is roguelike, in my mind anyway. So here's Darkest Dungeon Kickstarter page. Here it features affliction system. Heroes personality of paramount, contend with paranoia, abusiveness, fear, irrationality, and a host of gameplay meaningful quirks. Striking hand-drawn gothic crowquill art style. Innovative turn-based combat, classic RPG and roguelike features including meaningful permadeath, procedural dungeons, incredible replay. Yeah, the procedural dungeons was a very roguelike thing. The roguelikes were just text-only dungeons. In fact, I want to play one. I want to post a gameplay video up. One of them that I like a lot. It's called Tomenet. I played that for a good 4 years, almost every night. I love that game. I want to do that. It's a good game. Distinctive game world featuring over a dozen unique. Okay, blah blah blah. Loot. Okay, so there it is. Darkest Dungeon. You're dealing with the psychological aspects of dungeoneering. Next game, Earthlock, Festival of Magic, turn-based fantasy RPG with an unforgettable team of characters who embark on a bold adventure to unlock the secrets of Umbra, a world that mysteriously stopped spinning ages ago. So, I think they've raised $181,000 for PC. It looks like consoles too, but PC, Mac, Xbox One, PS4, Wii U, Linux. Here we are. It's like cartoony, right? It looks like World of Warcraft or Team Fortress 2 or some style graphics. But I think it's not that kind of game at all. But what do I know? Here we are. Classes. I don't know. I added this. It's of interest to me, but I'm not dying to play it. Okay, former Ultima Online developers working on an MMO that offers unparalleled freedom. Citadel Studios. 3 former Ultima Online developers founded the company, are currently working on a multiplayer role-playing game called Shards Online, which focuses on giving players power and freedom, according to co-founders Tim Coton and Derek Brinkman. Speaking to Polygon developers, said Shards Online is Citadel Studios' answer to letting players decide how they want to play. A player-run MMO, which means at the highest level they run their own servers and change settings of the world, altering how long nighttime lasts or how quickly players gain skills. Shards Online is the truly first player-run MMO in a sense that it will give players the ability to run their own servers. They're no longer bound. I think it's a concept art here. So Shards Online. Here's their. I guess it's shardsonline.com. Yep. Okay. How many times do I need to say that? Okay. Next one. Tom Clancy's The Division. I've seen The teaser videos have been out for a while now. Here's the Wikipedia page. Here's the division. They said it's been already in development for 5 years. So, although this news story came out 1st of April, so it could have been an April Fool's joke for all I know. But I know I saw a gameplay teaser video last year. Maybe I covered this in my previous video. I don't know. So it's, it's Ubisoft. That's the problem right there. Console game. Serpent in the Staglands. Okay, next game. Isometric RTWP, whatever that is, real-time something, I don't know. Party-based CRPG set in the icy Staglands where a trapped god and chosen company embark on a perilous quest. It's a mix of the addictive build customization of action RPGs and the party control and role-playing elements of games like Baldur's Gate and Darklands, a throwback to CRPGs of the past with a fresh new role-playing designs and combat mechanics. Okay, some really 90s graphics, early 90s kind of graphics. Flesh wounds. Okay, real time. So this is their Kickstarter. Did it succeed? It was funded April 26th, being developed by Whalenought Studios in Chicago, Illinois. There it is. Serpent in the Staglands. Alright, next game. Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I really enjoyed Borderlands 2. I've enjoyed Borderlands 1 to a point. Borderlands 2, jeez, what a game. It's huge. And I thought it was great writing, great voice acting, funny. Just huge. I mean, I think I lost my save game a couple times. I had to start over. I just have to do it again. I rebuilt my machine. Anyway, yeah. Kind of looking forward to this one. First-person shooter. Alright. Next game. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. It's a console game first. It's action game. I don't know if you can call it RPG. Let's see what they say here. So it is coming out on PC though, obviously. It's a action combat game. It's just, that's what it looks like to me. A lot of people are stoked about it. I'm not so sure. It's the big brutish Hulk doing action / combat. I think it's what it amounts to. Okay, next game. H1Z1 by Sony Online Entertainment. The same people that made PlanetSide 2 are making a DayZ-alike game. Action or open world survival zombie PvP in an MMO up to 2,000 people on the same server at the same time. I'm actually, and in some ways, I'm more stoked for this than DayZ, but we'll see. They have a lot of gameplay videos. You can go to their YouTube channel. It's going to be different than DayZ, obviously, but we'll see. I'm excited about this game. I'm glad DayZ has some solid competition here, and it's not just some small studio. So this is like I think really the only big studio competing with DayZ. Yeah, I'm stoked a little bit. Alright, next, State of Decay Lifeline. Came out for the consoles. There's a PC version coming out. I need to go back to State of Decay anyway. It was kind of fun. It was a good zombie open world game. So Lifeline's coming out by Undead Labs. Next game, Unbended. This is by the same people that made the Sacred games. It's a classic action RPG that drops the character of your choice into a world of constant changes. Each character experiences the story from his or her individual point of view. As the world is changing, the skills and possibilities. The character, huge world. That's certainly going to be true here. Sacred 2 is a huge game. The huge changes rarely come out of the blue. The reasons why things are going one way or the other usually a result of cause and effect. Okay, what are they talking about? Okay, you can read this if you want. Unbended.zone. www.unbended.zone. I think this is, if I don't know if that's gameplay graphics. If it is, that's pretty. It's for this kind of game. That's very appropriate. Oh, it's beautiful. Little. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's concept art because it looks very digital. Unbedded is. Let's see. Classic action RPG with everything the genre needs. That includes a well-founded character-based skill system, one that does not cover your weapon and combat techniques, but extends to adjustments of the character's basic abilities. You will learn, you will develop, you will improve game power, and finally, under the influence of the drift and your experiences, become something you certainly didn't anticipate. You will learn special moves and forget them. By the end, you will possess abilities that are powerful enough to move and shake entire continents. Okay. So they have classes here, technology, the project. Okay. So they need help, though. They need people to help them and buy the game early or something. I think they're on Steam. That's okay. Here's an unbended interview from former Acheron devs. Ascaron? I don't know. Acheron. No, I'm sure they don't want to be called that. Alright, so they have a page on here on Niche Gamer. Next game, Dead Island 2. No more needs to be said. Hopefully it will be an improvement over Dead Island 1, especially the DLC or expansion. It was not that great. I didn't even finish it. Okay, Red Solstice. This is a 8-player co-op strategy RPG set on Mars during the Red Solstice. In the Red Solstice, you control one of the 8 space marines that are trying to find out what happened to the human colonies on Mars during the huge storm called Red Solstice. The mix of a dark and gritty science fiction setting and the addictive adrenaline-filled gameplay based on advanced tactics and quick decisions at the same time makes a great atmosphere and gameplay experience. Features 8-player co-op multiplayer, adrenaline-filled quick tactics-focused gameplay, radically different gameplay. Okay, blah blah blah. Red developers Ironward. Science fiction. August 2000. So supposedly next month it's going to be released. We'll see. Red Solstice by Ironward. Could be cool. Next game, Tug. Tug is on Steam here. Early access again. It's $9.99. You can play it now. Tug is a multiplayer open-world sandbox RPG using social sciences to allow players to impact how the game evolves. Tug is about exploration, discovery, crafting, survival, role-playing, adventure, and science. We call it the Untitled Game because this is yours and you have yet to name it. TUG, the unnamed game. Okay. The Untitled Game. So here we are, some screenshots. And if you scroll down to... Okay, recommended. So there it is. Sub-biomes, pets and companions, recipes, skill progression, higher tier loots, logic system, dynamic combat, unique warship system, official dedicated servers hosted by us players. You can still host your own, have full control over your own server. Okay, so there it is. Dynamic voxel manipulation, voxel placement, block smoothing, and the ability to push and pull with them. Predator critters roam around, but be cautious of hostile creatures that may take your head off. Okay, they're going to have full Lua script or integration for more robust modding. Very cool. Eternus game engine, he's using that. Sheesh. Okay, next game. It's a lot here. Frontiers. I hope you guys have heard of it. If you haven't, it's a, what do they say? Okay, June 18th, they had a month. Where's the description, just so I can read? I think it's like a, okay, explore, discover, survive in a massive, relaxing, open world that emulates the tone of blah, I don't know, because it cut off. Frontier blends the feel of first-person RPG classics like Daggerfall with the relaxing tempo and simplicity of a point-and-click adventure. Discover ancient mysteries, live off the land, and fight deadly creatures, all in a beautiful, massive open world. So, this is the Steam page, and if you scroll down, epic. People... Okay, this is... I think they're looking for green light or something. Maybe this is the green light page. This game was green light. This game... Okay, so this isn't the Steam page, this is the green light page. Alright, so... check out Frontiers, really. Looking to be good, but it's not. It's in development. Minecraft style item crafting system, dozens of skills to discover and learn, including magic, survival, and stealth. Hundreds of shops, taverns, homes, caves, castles, and other structures. 4-player co-op multiplayer explore with your friends. A haunting soundtrack, Oculus Rift support, full mod support. Live off the land, hunt, trap, fish, cook dozens of varieties of plant life. Unique, relaxing pace and tone. Massive open world, go anywhere, anytime. Exploration, focused main quest that spans the entire continent. Simple gameplay, no stats or skill trees to memorize. It barely qualifies as an RPG. Really. Alright, what do I have? Okay, that's it. So those are my upcoming PC games. And... wow. Let's see if we can find his Steam page. I think I did search for it, and I couldn't find it on Steam yet. Yeah, I already looked. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This is Game.Gamer. Please like this video. Let me know if you want to see more of this type of video. I'm happy to do it. All kinds of games coming for PC. Wow. Tons. This is just a small sample. Yeah. Woo. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.